Hello. Part of what makes the idea of exiting the relationship with the narcissist or folding your hand with the narcissist, if you're a card player, throwing in the towel, whatever expression you use, part of what makes that almost an impossible concept for many people is the fact that you'll be kind of admitting that you were right about everything, right? So in life, we want to be right. We want to be right. We always do. We want to be right. We want to be right. If it's in our work, if you are in an argument with someone or a conversation or a discussion, be it your parents, your friends, other family members, you want to be right. You make your point. That's why a conversation happens, an argument, a dissension in opinions happens, and you embark on a conversation where one person thinks they're right and the other person thinks they're right, and they argue their point. Well, obviously, if it's your point and your side, you think you're right. You have conviction. And you argue that point, and you have an intensely strong desire to be right about everything. It's human nature. We want to be right. When it comes to the narcissist, I have never wanted to be wrong so much in my entire life. I prayed that I was wrong. I hung in there. We all do. You're hanging in there hoping you're wrong. That's what we're doing. That's why it's so disconcerting. It goes against the grain of what we're taught in every other aspect, in every other time of our life. We want to be wrong. I never so badly wanted to be wrong in my life. And some of us more than others have to be right. We all know people like that. Like, I'm okay if I am in a position and someone is making an argument to me, I'm open. Change my mind. Let me know what your opinion is. You might even, change my mind. I kind of go through life open-minded. Like, if you can change my mind, I'm not that cemented on certain topics that I can't make room for a new way of thinking, right? Having said that, I'm still someone that wants to be right when it comes to the things that I do believe in strongly. And I am telling you, it kills me that I was right about the narcissist. It kills me. And I spent many months thinking, well, maybe I'm wrong. All right, let me give it another shot. Maybe I'm wrong. Because they come at you. And they massage the situation, and they tell you what you want to hear, and they yet pull the wool over your eyes again, and you start to question yourself. You start to question what you know is true, what you know is true. You start to question, well, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong. We want to be wrong. It's the opposite of every other aspect in life, and it's weird. Throws you for a loop. Who wants to be wrong? Badly. Wicked bad. As we would say in Rhode Island, wicked bad. You want to be wrong. You're not. You keep excusing away this or that, convincing yourself you're wrong. Guess what? If you think something is awry, then something is awry. It is never, ever less than what you think. Part of the I never wanted to be wrong so much. Part of why that is such a hit between the eyes for me, not only because it's the opposite of everything we've been told ever in life about everything. We're taught to want to be right, to fight for your convictions, to fight for your belief systems. Part of why that is so disconcerting, other than that, is you really did fight for it. You did. You fought for the relationship. You fought to give him the chance to prove you wrong. I gave a million chances. Please prove me wrong. Whether it's you give them another try, or give them another opportunity, you give them time to explain, you give them time. No matter what you give them, I am telling you, if you know something's up, something is up. I was right about every single thing, and there are things I would never even know, and that's even more information to pile on in the negative column that would have made me even more right. Right? Because you can't possibly know the whole truth. None of us ever will. They're very good at hiding things. So even if you find out this, and this, there's more. And they'll lie about their lies. Right? They'll lie about their lies. So if you say, well, I just know it, even if they say, all right, you're right, they'll lie about the rest of the story. They'll lie about how intense it was, or how much feeling they portrayed to the new person, or where they took them, or what they said to them, or there's always more lies that we didn't get. But whatever I imagined did happen. And more than once he would say to me, boy, you knew. You were right about everything. You knew. I can't believe you knew, but you knew. Because we're intuitive. When you're getting duped like that, intuition, I hope for everybody, eventually kicks in. Part of what, and I always tell you, I'm going to share with you what helps me separate. Part of what helped me move on was accepting. The acceptance was a big part of it. Accepting that I was wrong. It was a big part of how I moved on. You were wrong. Okay. So what? So, you're never wrong? You've never been wrong before? But it bothered me. I didn't want to be wrong about him. I didn't want to be wrong about the situation. And so wrong. I mean, you can't get it more wrong than when you're with a narcissist and you think you are on cloud nine, and then boom. You pray to be wrong. You pray that it is what you thought. You pray that it is going to follow into the future that they promised, that you planned on, that you thought was going to happen. Being wrong about all of that is it's the most intense betrayal to yourself, it feels like. Because you like to think that you have good judgment. You like to think that you're going through life living in a righteous way, having conviction about what you believe in, and you kind of maybe, we all hope we're living our lives according to what we feel is right and wrong. When you get involved in this kind of person, with this kind of person, and it is so evident that you were so off, it can bother people, especially those that really go through life thinking they're always right. We all know those kinds of people. I'm not one of those people. Like I said, I'm open. But you do have people that go through life, they're always right. A narcissist would be that kind of person. But there are other people that aren't who also feel that way. They just want to be right. This situation would be particularly impossible for them to deal with. It's what makes you stay. You want to prove to yourself you were right. You want to prove to yourself you weren't wrong in the beginning. You want to give them every opportunity to prove to you that they are who you said that they were, or who they said that they were, who you thought that they were. You want to be wrong so bad you pray to be wrong. Whenever in life is there a situation that we want to be wrong so bad? but it's real. I'm telling you, I accepted it and I got to move on because I got easy on myself. And I said, okay, Renee, you didn't call this one correctly. In fact, you called it way off. Had there been bets involved, I would have lost any money I put down. You were wrong. Flat out. 100%. Bad bet, bad investment, bad intel, bad everything. You were wrong. But you have to eat that. It's not the first time you've been wrong about something, and it won't be the last time you were wrong about something. So what? So what? We're human beings. We're not infallible. We make errors. We make errors in judgment. We make mistakes. We don't call the shot properly in every instance. Regardless of what you think you might be doing in life, you're not always right. And it was hard to accept about this that I was not right. It kills me that I was right about the bad in him. And that's the title of this, right? It kills me that I was in fact right about what I ended up knowing to be true about him. I was right. So if you're in the learning stages, now you're right. Now you are. You're right. Everything you're thinking is right. You were wrong before. Now you are right. I promise you. And it kills. Kills me that I was right. That I ended up being right with everything that I learned because I really wanted to be wrong. I really wanted to be wrong in this one case. And it was odd for me to feel that way. And that's why I kept giving chances, and I think that's why we keep giving chances. We hope that we're wrong. We want to be wrong about the situation. We hope that for some reason our wires are wrong, our information is wrong, and they're going to show us that everything's going to be fine. It can kill when you figure out everything that's happening and you're still holding out, hoping what you found out, you're hoping is not the way it is. You're hoping that it is not the truth. It is the truth. You are right now. And you have to accept that you were wrong before. Both can't be true. You can't be right before during love bombing when you thought he was this fabulous guy, and then be right at the end when you're finding out all these truths and finding out that he is not this fabulous guy. They both cannot be right. They cannot be. They're two totally opposite things. So which one? You wanted to be right and believe in this guy. You wanted to be right about him, and you wanted to be wrong about what you found out. You never wanted to be wrong so bad in your life. You were hoping all of this is not true and that this guy was real. You can hope and pray all you want. Guess what? You were wrong here because he was always this guy, and now you're right. And it kills. But the sooner you accept it, that you are right. I can't say it enough. You're right. My narcissist told me I was. You're right. Boy, you knew everything. You just knew. Yeah, and so do you. The sooner you accept that you are very much online now with what is the truth, and you accept that truth, and you realize that the other, you were wrong about it. Big deal. So now what? What will you do in life? What will you do with that information? But it's important information for you to have and for you to know. And When I say that accepting that it helped me move on is because I started to look at it like, so what? So I was wrong about somebody. It's not the end of the world to be wrong about somebody. They fooled you. They put on an act. They sold it to you. They were good at it. So what? Don't worry about it. It happens. It happens. Shake it off. Because guess what? You know the truth now. And you know you're right now. I don't care what you're trying to convince yourself of. Ooh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's not a narcissist. Maybe it was just one time. Maybe it No. No. It kills you. I know it kills you. Because it killed me to admit that I was right at the end. And that I was wrong before. Killed me. But I finally accepted it, and I gave myself a pat on the back for saying, okay, you're on to him, you figured it out, you know better, you know what's what, now you can move forward. But you have to accept it. It's weird because we always want to be right in life, and we very easily come to that conclusion. But when it comes to the narcissist, it's the opposite. We fight it. We don't want to be right. We fight it the whole time. We fight what we know is the truth. We fight being right. Look at it like that. It's the opposite of everything else you do in life. Maybe it'll be something that you can grab onto to help you move forward. I just wanted to point that out because I found it to be very ironic.